The Ultimatrix was one of the most unique watches in the Ben 10 show. Getting its full-time usage by Albedo and Ben Tennyson, it came with Ben's first ever gimmick, which was Mega Evolution. I mean, Ultimate Aliens. The watch itself gave the user an incredible power boost as the ultimate forms create a gap between their non-ultimate forms by 1.5 miles, being able to go toe-to-toe with their de-evolved counterparts and destroying them with ease. When Ben got his hands on it, we got to see a range of powers that the aliens possessed, for most aliens at least. And an additional feature that we have never seen is the secondary evolution where Ben's ultimate aliens could go ultimate again. As crazy as this feature was, it made one of the most powerful omnitrixes a problem. The Ultimatrix narratively seems to be what the pinnacle of the power creep is in the Ben 10 series, because of the abilities and the functions that it has. Now, what is the power creep? In gaming, it is defined as making a newer addition to a game that is a little more powerful than the last edition. With this progression, the Omnitrix moved from the classic Omnitrix to the Alien Force Watch, and then onto the Ultimatrix, which seemed like a natural progression. We get to see this kind of power creep in quite a few shows, like Avatar: The Last Airbender, and done beautifully in animes like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. But the difference is, once Ben gets the Ultimatrix, the power that it has is so overwhelming that it shoots from having Ben being a manageable combat prodigy to the guy who can end the fight in a matter of seconds if he truly wanted to. Some Ultimate Aliens addressed it well to the nature of the power creep. Aliens like Big Chill, Wild Mutt, Spider Monkey, Swampfire, Cannonbolt, and even Humongousaur. But there is only one alien that really stands out to me as the transformation that threw the power creep through the window. And no, it's not Ultimate Way Big, because Ultimate Way Big sucks. It's the Alien Ultimate Echo Echo, the most underrated transformation in the Ultimatrix. The Sonorosian transformation in the Omnitrix normally possesses a cloning ability, and an ability to manipulate sounds, shooting sound waves. When he becomes ultimate, he loses the ability to clone himself, and is then able to clone the sound drones that he produces. This is absolutely huge, as it gives him immense combat versatility and power in battle, and we can point to that with the battle he had against Ultimate Kevin. Now, Ultimate Kevin has his own fair share of victories in the series, taking down Ultimate Humongousaur and Ultimate Agragor. He surely wasn't a small fish in the slightest. But when Ben used Ultimate Echo Echo against Kevin, it was a complete wash. And this is where I look at the Ultimatrix completely different. An alien that has this kind of power to one-shot the epitome of the entire playlist would throw the entire power creep thing out the window. And it creates a new problem, which is that the form Ultimate Echo Echo would just be too strong. Narratively, this creates a problem for the main character, with the fact that he has access to an alien that isn't Alien X that can potentially one-shot any opponent that can hear sound. This actually makes Ben Tennyson himself look a lot more incompetent than what he needs to be. It is almost as if he purposefully does not transform into his best transformation in high-stakes battles. Now, of course, I know this was done for the plot of the story to flow better, but from what I can tell, it would have made less sense for Ben to knowingly have a transformation with this kind of power and not use it to its full potential. This is also followed up by the feature that we never see Ben use from the Ultimatrix. This is the constant evolution function. This allows the user to evolve an already evolved alien, potentially leading to endless leaps in power. This further destroys the power creep, as his most powerful transformation can grow infinitely, making Ben virtually unbeatable. This would end the story for Ben 10, making the character an impassable roadblock, hence why the Ultimatrix had to be dismantled so the story could continue. And don't get me started on Forever Knight Ascalon Ben. In Omniverse, however, we get a second version of the Ultimatrix, the one that Albedo uses. Now, I'm unsure if it has an infinite evolution function like its predecessor, but it still has an overwhelming power advantage, as we can see in almost every 1v1 between the completed Omnitrix and the new Ultimatrix. It does end up getting matched in power by the alien atomics, so it inadvertently balances the watch, making it not so overpowered in the end. Narratively, the Ultimatrix could have never made it past the Ultimate Alien series for our main character, as it would have killed the plot. But what do you think? Comment down below and subscribe!